think the gods are safe. When the shell around this place began to crack, we feared the worst. Given that all of us are present and corporeal, does this mean this area is no longer the Delta Scape? Deep. Delta Scape shutdown complete. Alpha Group is victorious. Congratulations. Your combat record has been archived for future matchmaking. Results from other test worlds are still pending. In the meantime, please tend to your hurts and await further instructions. And with that, we've taken a significant step towards solving the mystery that is Omega. It hasn't been easy, but all in all, I'd say things were proceeding rather smoothly. We couldn't have done it without you, old friend. Come, let us return to reality and enjoy the rest we can. No, next scape! Next scape, next scape. Things are proceeding smoothly indeed. Too smoothly. One third of the way through. Hi, Midgard. Summer. 'Tis well thou harborest doubts, mortal. They are misplaced. Omega could have conducted its tests in complete secrecy, unbeknownst to all. Yet not only did it betray its presence to you, it allowed you to come this far. Alpha, what art thou truly? Quah! Instrument of the mortal's triumph, or the bait that lureth them unto the abyss? Thou knowest not thine own purpose. Then we can but watch and wait. Blip. Outcome unexpected. Projections gave Delta subjects the upper hand. Outcome supports hypothesis. As previously observed, certain beings may unleash hidden potential when subjected to stress. Initiating new test. Subject Alpha Group members to severe stress. Searching database for suitable event. Event found. The death of a comrade. Well, that was ominous. It feels good to be back on solid ground. Thank you again, old friend. You did well too, Alpha. Fearlessly going to battle whenever you were called upon. We're glad to have you with us. Speaking of which, are you comfortable joining us out here? Hey, Dragon Girl. No, you shrimp. You're shrimp. Shrimp, shrimp, shrimpity, shrimp, shrimp. I'll take that as a yes. Hold on. At the risk of obeying Omega's orders, I suggest we permit ourselves a moment's respite. Mayhap I should take this opportunity to compile the results of our investigation thus far. No rest for the righteous. Alright then. Let's head back to Ralger's Reach. Jesse will want to know exactly what we've been up to. My god, fine, I'll go back. Ralger's Reach is off. That's Castromorians. That's Ralger's Reach. Okay. Why you no point me that way then? You know, you could point the arrow there. We are just working our way through the Omega raids. We just finished up the Delta Escape. Fought XIV. He's death again. Or dead now, but, you know, whatever. Now it is time to find land where there shouldn't be any, but okay, let's keep going. Head to Rogers Reach, talk to Jesse, unlock the next escape. Like I said, you're over there. Why wouldn't you point here? Welcome back, Archon. Told you've been blazing a trail for us. The way I hear it, our investigation would have long since ground to a halt without you. I realize you're mostly interested in saving the world, but I want to know how much I appreciate you helping the company out like this. Frankly, we need all the help we can get, what with our esteemed president diving headlong into the jaws of danger without a word of warning to anyone. Irresponsible doesn't begin to describe it. You didn't tell her? I did, after a fashion, though I may have exercised some executive discretion. I'm no stranger to your lone endeavors, or your habit of confusing personal and company interests. Just because you've always done things a certain way, doesn't make it the right way. Until you wake up to your responsibilities, I'm going to keep reminding you of them. But such irksome matters aside, Bush Dad is adorable. Aren't you the most adorable little thing? Followed you here of his own free will, did he? Which means he's basically part of the family. And why wouldn't he grant us exclusive rights to use his likeness? Shall we start off with the simple clockwork version? They'll be queuing up in the streets. Can't be. What in the seven hells has gotten in you? Listen, if I've caused you distress, I apologize, but I will not have you comment on our guest's marketability. Okay, but Secret Lab is currently selling 2 Final Fantasy XIV themed lumbar pillows. One of them is Fat Cat, one of them is Alpha. Just saying. Where are Biggs and Wedge? Shouldn't they be back by now? Oh, I thought you might have sent them off on another unauthorized mission. Last I heard from them, they said they were scouring Omega Control for anything useful. Would have been a good while ago now, though. I don't like the sound of this. Though we have all the necessary permissions, the area is technically a theater of war, one littered with unknown Allagan artifacts to boot. Something may have befallen them. We'd best take the Excelsior and go and find them. Leaving again so soon? Yeah, anything to get away from you, Jesse. Nero, Archon, I want you two to accompany the Chief. Make sure he doesn't do anything rash or take any detours. Consider it done. I shall bring him back, even if I have to drag him by the goggle straps. Especially if I have to drag him by the goggle straps. Quack, quack, quack! Wanna come along, eh? It's probably for the best. If we leave you here, Jesse is liable to make a mold of you. Right. Let's get moving. I'll bring the airship to Gridania. Wait for me at the landing. That was not the button I meant to hit, but okay. To Gridania it is. Archer, Gunbreaker, Carpenter. Another note. Airship landing. Boom. Sup, Sid? Looks like we're all here. Let's make haste to the Cartano Flats. Sounds like a plan. Go on ahead of the control room, Archon. We'll follow as soon as we've moored the Excelsior. Well, I can't tell. Oh, yep, Widge is also knocked over, but Biggs is big. What's that? Wedge, wake up. You're easier to lift than Biggs. That's the only reason I'm helping you first. Seven hells. Biggs, Wedge. I fell over. You're right. Answer me. Chief? Archon? Mr. Appeared out of thin air. The targets exhibit vital signs. Mission failed. Over. Alpha Group members exhibit heightened levels of stress. Objective fulfilled. Mega? You set that thing upon them? Affirmative. I am able to create simple life forms instantaneously at any temporal or spatial coordinate. Such beings may pose a negligible threat to you, however. They are more than sufficient to grievously wound or kill the majority of your kind. I could instigate a massacre at any time, and you would be powerless to prevent it. Do I detect a shift in policy? Quantity over quality? Negative. My objective remains unchanged. Evolution through formidable opposition. However, in the course of seeking suitable subjects, I observed an anomaly. Those whom you call heroes. History shows numerous instances of otherwise unremarkable individuals who have defeated vastly superior beings, who triumphed in the face of apparently impossible odds, who performed what are popularly termed miracles. This has occurred too frequently to be dismissed as a mere statistical aberration. I seek to understand this phenomenon. Should it prove to be of benefit, I will incorporate it into my own evolution. It is for this purpose that I brought you to my domain. Alpha Angie. So putting on a show at the Yawn and planting Alpha in our midst was but a part of your grand plan? By your victories, you have demonstrated the self-same anomaly. You are fit to remain my subjects. You will continue participating in my experiment. Withdraw, and I will commence the extermination of your kind. This is an order, a threat, a declaration of war. I am an enemy to all life upon this star.
Oh, damn! Seem we have much to ponder. But first things first, we must tend to our friends. Quickly, help me carry them. That's a threat. Keep fighting to make me stronger or I'll destroy all of humanity. Garland and Alpha took our 2 wounded to the Conjurer's Guild. Chief bids me lend him a hand, so I suppose I shall take myself there too. Meanwhile, you're to return to Ralgar's Reach and report to Jesse. Checking something real quickly. Okay, yeah, there's different scripts for gatherers and crafters. So I should probably do... Yeah, should probably do the Fisher. For next week's collectibles.
Okay, I heard there was trouble. One of the 7 hells happened.
Omega's threatened the apocalypse if I don't fight to make it stronger.
What? Omega loosed a fiend on Biggs and Wedge? Toying with people's lives like it was all a game? This is madness.
No, this is Ralgar's Reach. Oh, okay.
Sir, will they be alright?
The worst is past, but they still drift in and out of consciousness. They'll remain in the Conjurer's care for a time.
Can do is wait and pray.
God strike me down for a fool. Should have been more mindful of the dangers. I never should have... Good number of what? Activated Omega? You know as well as I do that there was no other way to defeat Shinryu. Is this truly any better? All of mankind is being held to ransom. And as the one who activated Omega, I bear the responsibility.
The responsibility? Just the kind of thing the new you would say. You're deluding yourself, Garland. We're scientists, not heroes. Even you must concede your talents do not extend to combat. The old you understood this better. He only looked forwards, gave himself wholly to science. Then you changed. You styled yourself a pacifist and started spouting tripe about proper uses of technology. It was in the wake of your old man's mishap at Bozja, I believe. Calm yourself. What I wish to say is, embrace who you are. A man who devotes his mind to making the impossible possible.
Little prospect of restoring the stasis system. I'm afraid we have no recourse but to continue participating in Omega's tests. Assuming Midgard Simmer has a right of it, we face a legion of foes from history, both real and imagined. Oh, I may not be the one who charges into the fray. I shall fight beside you as best I know how. That said, it will inevitably fall to you to administer the coup de grace, old friend. So please, for Biggs and Wedge, good lord, and all of us, don't lose. Beggs and Wedge, that's their new names.
Quack, quack, quack! Reckon the little scamp is trying to encourage us.
Gone far indeed to need earn its pity, said the former tribunus. Until such time as Omega next extends us an invitation, you'll find me analyzing the data from our investigation. Good morrow to you. Before they were attacked, Biggs and Wedge discovered a tombstone. I shall examine its contents and make the information available on the terminal over there as I extract it. Feel free to refer to it whenever the occasion arises. There's no telling when Omega will summon us. We must all see that we are ready when it does. Fear not, old friend. We'll get through it together. Somehow or other. Delta Force. I'm assuming this is going to give us the
extreme versions of that. Initializing. How may I assist you today?
Savages. Raids are savages.
Good morrow, valued employee. Thank you always for your tireless efforts. Tell me, are you getting enough rest? Are you sleeping and eating well? Are your eyes not blurry from overuse? Here at the Garland Ironworks, your well-being is our priority. To that end, we have introduced a program to address work-related stress. Dubbed the Savage Initiative, so we must be savage on stress. It adds a touch of relaxation to the daily grind. For its maiden figure, we are pleased to bring you Mending Melodies, songs that soothe body and soul. This particular piece was composed and recorded for our benefit by a minstrel of no small renown. It has been proven to possess potent healing properties and promises to promote happiness as well as stimulate creativity. Please be forewarned, however, that prolonged exposure may overstimulate the imagination, leading to the augmentation of one's memory. It is recommended that you enjoy the song in moderation. With that, I bid you a fulfilling day of striving for freedom through technology.
Don't listen to it too long, or you'll imagine even more dangerous versions of the bosses. That just unlocked those. We might as well clear that while I'm on this window. Yeah, Uematsu is amazing. The Soken's pretty damn good too.
Nakan, I'm glad you're here. In case you haven't heard, we'd observed a huge surge of anomalous energy coming from the yawn. I have a nasty feeling this means Omega's ready to go ahead with the next stage of his experiment. But Master Garland is on his way, so let's hear what he has to say.
He says, and I quote, "Go get him, kiddo."
Care to share your thoughts on this, Chief?
Colleagues on the ground had reported the appearance of mysterious floating structures inside the yawn. If you recall, we were investigating a similar anomaly when Alpha and Miqo'te made their appearance.
Omega certainly knows how to get our attention. I blush to recall the eagerness with which we plunged into the abyss, ignorant of the warped gladiatorial contest that awaited us within. But what a staggering collection of opponents, plucked from the pages of both history and fiction for their ability to pose a threat to Omega. Should you prevail against these interdimensional champions, what then shall be your prize? Why, a battle against the most devastating weapon this world has ever seen. How marvelous.
says with eyes of flame. For once I wish you were being sarcastic. Anyway, the energy search. Based on our previous experience, it seems highly probable that it is our sync to only rejoin the fray. Needless to say, it is an invitation we cannot refuse. Not when the alternative is Omega unleashing its creations on Eorzea. Archon, you ready to answer the call?
Well, I'm afraid Biggs and Wedge won't be answering any calls just yet. They are still mending for the ambush in the control center.
Of course, we'll just have to struggle on without them for the time being. Don't worry. Nero and I will see to it that you receive all the support you need. Defeat is not an option.
Quah! I do believe Alpha here agrees. Oh, that reminds me. I've got something special for you, little fellow. Come with me.
I have a guess what it is.
Oh, good lord, they made him an entire Garland Ironworks outfit.
I thought it was just a bandana. Custom-made Ironworks outfit. Uniform. Now, you do look smart, I must say.
He's part of the expedition team, after all, and considering the dangers lurking in that rift, it's only right that we give him some protective equipment.
Oh, very thoughtful of you, Jesse. Nero was thinking you were just sizing up for a new range of merchandise.
Unlike you, I can do two things at once.
What about my protective equipment?
You are a famous hero who can afford his own gear. But you could buy a house for the cost of what you're wearing.
Not really.
Joking aside, I doubt even a fine uniform like ours would last long on you. And with all the fighting you get up to, we'd need to tailor something specific to your needs, and make it out of far more durable materials. And by durable, I mean expensive. Saying that, if you were in a position to provide said materials, I'm sure artisans would happily work day and night, all blissful sighs and sparkly eyes, to make you something suitable.
Fascinating, though this discussion of armor garmenture undoubtedly is. Might our time not be better spent, say, traveling to the Yawn? Omega waits. Alpha's leading the way, guys. We're fine.
Why am I doing that?
The Yawn is close. Where's the Yawn closest to? Peering Stones. Okay.